I mentioned in an earlier video the way you could create a light source without having to use a visible object in order to create that light. After thinking it over, I thought it best if I showed you how to do that, since it wasn't very straightforward in my initial discussion of the subject. But we'll do. We'll start off with a prim, and we're going to go ahead and make it round just for fun. Turn it into a sphere. Now I'm going to make it into a light by dragging the light script onto it here. And the first thing you want to do when the script is finished is, if you remember the menu item I showed you about changing the prim mode to only change the light and not change the prim. Well, we're going to do that before we do anything else with the light. Once it's finished loading, I'm going to go put a switch out here too, just because the light's about to become invisible and I won't be able to click it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and put the switch out here. Get that going too. Once the menu is finished loading, the very first thing I'm going to do is change the prim to light only. And once it finishes up here, I'll do that. Okay. Alright, now I'll click the prim. I'll go to Options, Prim, and then Light Only. And you see the text reflects that the color will only be applied to the light. I will go Mode, On, and there's a light on the ground. The prim itself has not lit up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this total clear texture and drag it over the light, and it is now completely gone. I can just switch to turn it off or back on. And had I been thinking ahead of time, let me pick up transparencies on it, I would have actually set it to phantom and would have brought it up a little bit so the light would spread out a little better on the prim below it. And now, as you can see, I can light the whole room up, but I haven't actually put a physical object out as a light. There's one more thing I wanted to show you as well, which I didn't touch on at all. I completely missed this menu option. So I'm going to go ahead and drag out a light that I made some time ago. And I'm going to reset the scripts to force it to do something that all new lights do, and that is, on the light prim itself, it remembers what it looked like before you change anything on it. The reason I do that is to make that function that we just showed you with the hidden light work a little better. Say you've already started making changes to the light, you changed the color, you changed the prim color, so that now it's no longer the original appearance that it had. Maybe you changed textures on it, or just changed the brightness, the glow, anything you changed on it. If you click on the menu when it comes up, under prim, there's a restore function, which will restore the original color and everything else to the prim before the script did anything to it. So if you change your mind, under Options, Prim, there's Restore Prim, and it's restoring original prim settings. This is kind of a nice big undo function in case you change your mind later and want to make this thing a static prim that just emits light. You can revert it back to original color and everything, and then turn it back to prim to light only for the prim. Just a little time saver, and thought I would point that out to you. That's it for this video, and that's it for the series. Any questions, drop me a note card in World, and I'll be glad to help you out any way I can. Have fun and enjoy.